Hello guys, how you all doing? For those that are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Victoria. I'm an adult gerontology primary care nurse practitioner, and I do talk about nursing, beauty, nutrition, and lifestyle, and any information that's gonna help your health and wellness. I love to discuss here. So without wasting much of your time in today's video, I'm gonna be explaining and teaching you guys how to measure blood pressure manually. Okay, we've been talking about blood pressure in my previous videos. I've already taught how to understand blood pressure reading and numbers. I've already talked about causes of hypertension, and today I'm gonna show you how to measure blood pressure manually, because in my previous video I did encourage people to buy blood pressure monitor. So in case you buy blood pressure monitor and you really don't know how to use it, I'm gonna show you today. The automatic blood pressure is easier to use, but the manual is always the one that people tend to have a little bit difficulty understanding how to use. So in today's video, I'm gonna help you understand and learn how to measure blood pressure manually. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. I'm gonna use the stethoscope that came with the cuff. And before we start, I'm gonna explain what these things are so you have full understanding. I will get up and come close. This is the stethoscope, okay? This is how you use it. You put it in your ears, okay? That's how you use it. Then in the stethoscope, when you order your stethoscope, it's important to make sure that it's working. That's how you know. If you get your stethoscope and you tap and you don't hear nothing, switch it around. Just switch the knob, this knob, okay? And you tap again, okay? If you don't hear this sound, it means that your stethoscope is not on, okay? You won't be able to hear nothing. So when you check blood pressure, you can either use this big part of the stethoscope is called the diaphragm, and the little part is called the bell. Okay, when checking blood pressure, if you want, you can use the bell of the stethoscope, you can use the diaphragm of the stethoscope. Okay, it doesn't matter which part of the stethoscope that you use to check blood pressure, you're still gonna get the same accurate result if you know how to read it. Okay, we're gonna move over to the cuff. So this is the blood pressure cuff. All right, when you look at it, you're gonna see over here it has the artery. Okay, it has the left side and the right side. So if you're doing the blood pressure on the right arm, it means that this arrow right here should be pointing here, because this is where you have the brachial artery. When you do blood pressure, we're looking for the brachial artery, and you find it right here. Okay, this is where it is. As I placed my hand right here, I feel some pounding, like boom, boom, boom. What I'm doing now in healthcare, we call it palpation. So if I want to do the blood pressure, I have to make sure that I put my cuff 2 inches away from the bend of your hand. You see this bending right here? The blood pressure cuff, which is this, needs to be 2 inches away, okay? And the 2 inches away is like this. You see? So now you can put your cuff above here. 2 fingers, starting from the bend of your hand, 2 fingers away, then you can put the cuff on. And you make sure that the place that's showing the line of the artery is right here on the right side. And when you're doing it on the left side, you make sure that it's on the brachial artery right here. That's why you have the arrow. Okay, so this is called the blood pressure cuff. Over here you have the blood pressure, the bulb. This is what you inflate. When you press it, you inflate air into the blood pressure cuff, which measures the blood pressure reading in your hand. And this one is called the valve. Okay, you open it, you loosen it a little bit, you can tighten it also. Okay, you tighten it and you push. When you push, you put in air into this, and the air, because the cuff is already wrapped up in your hand, is measuring your blood pressure. Okay, over here is the gauge. Okay, the manometer gauge. This, when you look at this gauge, you're gonna see numbers. So my hand is not blocking, right? Yeah, you can see the numbers. For example, 160 up here. So after 160, the next big number next to 160 is 170. Then the next number you're gonna see is 180. Then those little tiny lines in between the numbers and the big black line is counted in twos. So each of those little tiny numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in that order. Okay, that's how to measure them. I thought that it's really important to explain to you guys what these things mean before you can use it. So when you use it, you understand how it works, and you're going to be able to read your numbers accurately. And when you put the blood pressure cuff on, like this one that I have, you're gonna press this. When you press this, this part opens, right? And you put it here, right here. Okay? I want to show you before putting it on someone to measure the blood pressure. And when I'm putting it on someone to measure blood pressure, I'm gonna show you again. You see how it is, okay? You press here to keep it open. When you open it, you insert it in here, okay? And have it relaxed like that, and it's not gonna fall off. All right? So we're gonna do experiment. You're gonna watch me take blood pressure on someone when I start doing it. So the first sound that I'm gonna hear is the systolic blood pressure. And the last number where I heard the sound is the diastolic blood pressure, okay? Let's see how I'm gonna measure blood pressure. To measure blood pressure, the feet must not be crossed, okay? You keep your both feet flat on the floor and sit comfortably in a chair. And when you're sitting in a chair, your arm must be relaxed on a table that is closest to your heart, okay? You see how this is, and this is the chest, okay? The person is sitting, okay? You must be sitting with your hand relaxed on the table and next to your chest, okay? That's the proper way to do blood pressure. Guys, I want you to watch. I am using the left hand, and you see this arrow is on the brachial artery on the left. And this space here is for your gauge, okay, to attach it. Good, I hope you all can see what I'm doing. With the stethoscope in my ear, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this here, okay, and hold it, all right? You keep it here and you hold it. Avoid putting your thumb here. Don't let your hand cover this, okay? And you give a little squeeze to this, okay? And now you start to inflate air. While I'm inflecting air, I'm looking at the gauge. I'm gonna inflate, so I'm gonna inflate at least up to 180, okay? And then let it deflect. And while it is deflating, I'm listening for dub, 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 dub sound, okay? When I hear the pounding sound, boom, 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 the first place that I hear the pounding sound is my systolic blood pressure. And when that boom, boom, boom sound disappears, that's my diastolic blood pressure, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm pressing on the bulb to inflate the cuff. I want to show you guys where it stopped, okay? You see where the little black arrow is on 180, okay? Now I'm gonna gradually let it deflect, okay? I will stop inflating the cuff and let it go. And while it's deflecting, I'm listening for the sound. So now I'm gonna stop and let it go. I don't hear it anymore. I heard it first at 139 and the last one was at 70. So it means that the blood pressure of my client is 139/70. Okay? The moment you no longer hear the pounding sound, boom, 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 boom sound anymore, it's okay to go ahead and remove your stethoscope, okay? And you can also remove the cuff from your patient. And that is it. That's how to check blood pressure, okay? Manually. All right, guys, that is the end of that video. I hope you've been able to learn how to measure blood pressure manually. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for those that are subscribed. And if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing, okay? So that I can keep making more educational videos for you guys. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye now.